Hello and welcome to the first of our FIREX Tech Talks this morning. First up, we'll be hearing from Advanced, who have two systems to showcase to us today. The LuxIntelligent emergency lighting system has, according to Advanced, delivered performance benefits to customers for over 20 years now, helping them to reduce running, installation and insurance costs. LuxIntelligent is said to be quick to install, works with almost any light and saves time and money by automating compliance and maintenance planning using a range of cloud apps. Designed to work alongside LuxIntelligent, EasySafe is Advanced's new range of addressable ultra-low voltage emergency luminaires and exit signs. Advanced say that they deliver ease, convenience and a host of efficiency benefits, that they're quick to fit and their LED technology offers lower running costs, CO2 emissions and greater longevity compared to fluorescent lights, as they will explain right now. I note that after this session you can find out more by joining the live Q&A, where I'll be chatting with Advanced. You can join that either from the agenda or from the link below this video. Hello and welcome to the LuxIntelligent by Advanced Emergency Lighting Tech Talk. I'm Matthew Jones, the Emergency Lighting Business Manager, and I'll be going through our system overview and how it can be used in almost any site or situation to help improve your emergency lighting compliance and help you save money as well. And this includes our new range of fast-fitting ultra-low voltage luminaires called EasySafe.
LuxIntelligent is the automatic addressable emergency light testing system from Advanced. We believe that emergency light testing should be easy, so our system can be fully monitored from our cloud platform. Now you can monitor and manage your test system from your phone, tablet or computer, saving you time and money. All of your testing data is stored safely and securely in the LuxIntelligent cloud for as long as you need it, with all your test results ready for when you need them. If you have multiple sites or large systems, LuxIntelligent makes life easier. You can monitor all of your systems anywhere in the world from wherever you are. It's easy to manage, maintenance and engineer. You can selectively share your system with engineering and maintenance partners so they automatically see issues on their mobile or web apps. Or you can email test and maintenance reports with one click and see when they've been read. We've also made installation easier and more economical, and can network panels over existing wireless or wired LAN networks. You can cover sites all over the world or expand existing sites easily and at less cost. No more expensive and disruptive cable runs. Unlike most other systems, not only does it work with almost any light or luminaire for retrofit, we also have a large range of high quality, ready to install LED luminaires and a new range of ultra low voltage lighting that I will discuss in more detail shortly. So if you want a future-proof solution to your emergency light testing needs and one that will save you significant sums from day one, you can use our calculator online at luxintelligent.com to see for yourself. And just before we dive into more of the details, many of you viewing will be well aware of Advanced fire panel pedigree, but some of you may not be aware of the history of our lighting range at Advanced. When we first started in 1999, emergency lighting was actually one of the first product ranges launched, and over the last 20 years we've grown and developed lighting ever since, incorporating all the knowledge of our world-class fire panels into our lighting panels, making them incredibly reliable and robust. Advanced are experts in emergency lighting and have been committee members of the Industry Committee for Emergency Lighting, ISIL, for many years, but don't just take our word for it. Here is a list of just some of the locations where LuxIntelligent is testing emergency lighting daily. LuxIntelligent can be found as either a single or multiple panel network, and we've been ensuring that the emergency lighting systems and buildings around the world are fit for purpose for over 20 years. From universities and colleges to hospitals, sports grounds, retail outlets, government buildings and facilities, we've done it all. But let's have a brief look at the real world. According to multiple surveys, more than 50% of emergency lighting schemes won't work in an instant. 70% of building managers see maintenance as a tick box exercise. Electricians reported 64% of visited sites' emergency lighting logbooks are not up to date, and 56% of businesses failing to keep up with their safety systems after an internal refurbishment. So these are some very worrying statistics that have very real world consequences. And here are just a few examples of the consequences to not complying with the law. They range from hundreds of thousands of pounds in fines to businesses forcibly closed to receiving prison sentences, and it's only becoming more stringent as time goes on, with the HSE warning that reacting after the event is not acceptable and can be too late for some workers. So when it comes to being compliant, you must continually test and provide evidence of a working emergency light system to comply with the law. And in basic terms, there are 3 ways to test your emergency light system. The manual way, i.e. with test key switches, where a competent person manually isolates the luminaires on site and does a visual check of all lighting, records the results and failures, and then creates a work schedule to rectify any issues found. This is time consuming, needs to be done out of hours, and is prone to human error. The other way is self-testing, where a luminaire can indicate if there are issues, usually via LED indicators on the device. This is still prone to manual checks and walkarounds, manual data, etc. However, there is of course a step above this, which is an automatic addressable testing system. This is where our LuxIntelligent system comes in. It automatically triggers testing and records results and failure types electronically without the need of an engineer at all, which I'll go into more detail about shortly. But regardless of which type, regular servicing is essential. There must be a competent person with the authority to maintain the premises emergency lighting system. So let's break down in a bit more detail how our panel can work for you. For any type of installation, all you need is our one panel. Not only can a single panel support nearly 1,000 devices each, they can also be locally networked with up to 200 other panels, or essentially an unlimited number via the local area network or our Lux Cloud service. Firstly, we can support retrofits. If you already have pre-existing self-testing luminaires, we can supply our intelligent interfaces known as PLUs, which can be retrofitted to almost any luminaire. Just add a data cable back to the panel and you now have a fully automatic test system. We can also provide an ISIL-approved light conversion service. If you don't want the hassle of retrofitting the devices or want a non-emergency luminaire to become one, not only can we do this for you, we'll take over the warranty of the luminaire for your peace of mind. We also have our new ultra-low voltage range called EasySafe. This is our next generation range of luminaires that draw power directly from the data cable connected to the panel at 32 volts DC to charge their local batteries. So no need for a qualified electrician to install and maintain these devices, and with a simple twist and click first fix base, time to install and maintain have never been easier or faster. And we also have a full range of high quality mains powered LED fittings that come pre-installed and are 100% end of line tested with our intelligent PLU interfaces. They are ready to be installed straight out of the box. It is worth noting that I will always recommend our EasySafe or standalone range of fittings over retrofit or conversions, as we can then guarantee the quality of the fitting being used, as we have thousands of these devices in the field with a proven history. But one of the best things about LuxIntelligent is that our system can interchangeably work as a hybrid in any of these scenarios. So you can mix and match all of the above scenarios using the same panel, the same data cable. Our system then offers a huge amount of flexibility and scalability that will suit almost any requirement. Speaking of EasySafe, this is our ultra-low voltage devices that utilize the same data cable as the standard mains powered lighting, but actually draw their power from the panel to charge their localized backup batteries at 32 volts DC. This means it falls well below the low voltage directive, meaning it's safe to install and maintain by non-qualified electricians. These devices can be used on the exact same data cable as our high voltage lighting range as a hybrid of the two systems. Firstly, we have two downlighter luminaires. The first is a bright open area luminaire, and the second is a disymmetric or corridor lens version, which is perfect for reducing the number of devices needed in narrower escape routes. We can provide the spacing data from their datasheets as well as downloadable photometric files, IES or Lumidat, and that goes for all of the lights available from Advanced. Both devices, when ordered, come with its own battery backup, which sits in the back of the device and plugs in via a simple press-fit connector. And these are all designed to meet BSEN 60598-2.22, which is a long way of saying a 4-year battery life is standard. Both devices come with an incredibly easy to install first fix base. You fit the base to the ceiling, run your low voltage data cable in and out of the terminals on the base, and simply twist and click the luminaire over the base, and the installation is complete. It's that easy. And even better on the corridor lens version, if you haven't managed to perfectly align the base in the direction of travel, it's not a problem, because after fitting the luminaire on the base, the lens itself can be rotated to guarantee alignment and maximize your spacing between devices that much easier. For low voltage exit sign, We offer a single-sided skew which is both wall and ceiling mountable and has a viewing distance of 25 meters. It is a maintained fitting that has a lower output level whilst powered, which increases to maximum brightness during any power outage. This is great for further energy saving whilst being fully compliant regarding visibility standards. We offer the exit sign in all arrow directions and can be purchased in EC format as seen in this image, but we also have the ISO standard running man as well. Just like standard mains operated luminaires, all EasySafe devices can achieve a full 3-hour discharge time via their own battery backup and report any and all fault statuses back to the LuxIntelligent panel, including of course test reports for proof of compliance. And just the same as the downlighters, the exit sign comes with its own Easy Connect backup battery pack and a first fix base that you simply press and click the exit sign into place rather than twist and click. A data cable is required from the panel to each luminaire that will be monitored. This does not have to be a fire rated cable, and a full list of recommended cables can be found in our latest brochure. The cable detailed here is one we recommend for low voltage luminaire applications. We will always recommend running the data cable to the devices as a loop/ring circuit. The reason for this is that loop allows for easier identification of earth faults, shorter open circuits. The panel can be used as a troubleshooting tool to find where the issue may be on the loop. As well as this, if you do experience a break in the data cable, the panel then runs as 2 separate radial circuits, so you can still communicate with all the devices, giving you a fully functioning system whilst you rectify any issues. There are numerous ways to view the testing and maintenance data from the panel. Firstly, there's manually at the screen, by connecting directly via cable, or via serial to Ethernet modem. The last 2 options give you access to the logger tool, a piece of software that can download all proof of compliance tests, as well as failure data and present it in various formats. It also allows users to add their own comments with regards to failures and rectification works and distribute it to colleagues or maintenance teams. A step above this is to move that data from the logger tool into the Lux Cloud. The Lux Cloud allows you to completely oversee your system via any mobile, tablet or web browser. Here is an example of the Lux Cloud app at work, where you can drill down into your sites and devices with ease, check the faults and history and issue reports to numerous people quickly. You can create a report of all faults, forward it to your maintenance team, and not only will they get the full details of each light and its location and current status, you'll also be able to see when that report has been opened as well. But regardless of whether you use the logger tool or the Lux Cloud, you will always have exportable proof of your testing and device's status. Here's an example of an auto test result. It shows you the device address, type, zone, location, test group, when the test commenced, the test duration, and if it passed or not. And if it doesn't pass, you then receive a number of different failure reports, a few of which are shown here as examples. And to make the creation of these systems simple, we have launched our updated commissioning tool, which is very easy to use and enables you to build both simple and complex emergency lighting systems. However complex your system requirements, you can pre-plan the entire system in advance from the comfort of your home or office, saving valuable time for when you get onto site. And not only does it make addressing and location names and test schedules and zones incredibly easy to amend, there's a fantastic check design function which will check your configuration for errors prior to uploading to the panel, and you can create essential local backups of your system as well. And we're so confident that an intelligent addressable system will save thousands in labour alone that we've created an online calculator that I mentioned earlier to help show you the savings. So, of course, when comparing directly to the cost of a manual standalone system, the initial capital expenditure for an intelligent system will be higher. However, through our research, we have found that on average, the annual maintenance cost for a manual system is greater than 5 times that of an equivalent intelligent system. And in this example, comparing a 200 luminaire system to a manual to addressable, the payback period would be just 1.5 years, and this could lead to a labour saving of more than £40,000 over a 5-year period. These savings only grow as you introduce more luminaires and site complexity, but feel free to try it yourself on our website, which also details all the information we have based these calculations on. And this helps demonstrate the labour savings, but there are even more opportunities to save money. Now has never been a better time to make the switch from traditional fluorescent lighting to LED lighting if you have not done so already. Fluorescent lights consume significantly more electricity than LED technology, while the typical lifespan of a fluorescent light is around 30% shorter than that of identical LED solutions, resulting in greater number of bulb failures and replacements, leading to higher overall maintenance costs. Switching to LuxIntelligent's low-energy LED emergency lighting is quick, simple, and will, on average, deliver 20% or better energy efficiency savings compared with fluorescent alternatives. The versatile range of LuxIntelligent luminaires and exit signs means it's never been easier to save money on maintenance and energy consumption. And finally, some key points before we move on to the Q&A. LuxIntelligent offers extremely easy installation, especially with the addition of our new EasySafe range of devices. With LAN or cloud monitoring, you can forget the panel and have complete oversight of your system from your computer. Not only will you save massive amounts of money on labor, but by switching to LED and low voltage LED, you'll see huge savings in your energy bills. And even if you have an existing system, it's not a problem. LuxIntelligent can work with almost any existing luminaire. Our UK technical support team is always just one phone call away, and are second to none when it comes to troubleshooting and solving issues, especially if you require immediate support whilst you're on site. And the payback period for a LuxIntelligent addressable system is often 1.5 years or less. And finally, proof. With LuxIntelligent, you gain peace of mind that you have a fully compliant and demonstrable life safety system that is forward-thinking and provides the opportunity for proactive maintenance. As well as emergency lighting, Advanced now offers an additional aid to safe evacuation. The new EVAC-Go system simplifies the challenges of meeting BS 8629 Code of Practice recommendations. Applicable to high-rise residential buildings over 18 metres, EVAC-Go combines robustness and reliability with speed and simplicity. It's available in a range of flexible formats with wired, wireless and hybrid options available, ensuring complete freedom to create the best possible evacuation alert solution, as specified by your local fire and rescue service. To request further details, please email us at evacgo@advancedco.com.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us here at the FIREX Tech Talks. You have almost certainly just been watching a presentation from the guys at Advanced talking about a couple of their product ranges here, and I'm delighted to be joined by Sean and Matt. Yes, in the video, you saw them a moment ago. You certainly saw Matt's room there in the video a moment ago. And now is an opportunity to pop some questions to the team. I've got one or two questions from myself here as well, and some conversation starters. So let's dive in. First of all, in fact, I don't really know who I'm going to throw these questions to. So Sean, Matt, this is just a conversation at the end of the day. Feel free to come in with any questions of your own. I'm going to start off by, let's just talk about LuxIntelligent first of all. For anyone who maybe joined the video a little bit late, give us a 30-second info burst of what LuxIntelligent is, who it's for, what the problem is that it's trying to solve.
Oh, that's fair. Thank you for that. To summarise, in a nutshell, LuxIntelligent is an intelligent centralised control panel that connects to emergency lighting and can regularly test all your connected devices to the required standards. And most importantly, it provides the evidence of compliance to those standards. It does this all automatically, so you don't have to have an engineer or anyone to intervene in doing that. So it basically flags all your essential maintenance automatically, even between test schedules. So you don't have to wait for the tests to actually happen. So you find out you've got failures, it should flag that for you ahead of time. So you can do proactive maintenance as well and really keep on top of your system. And then all this information can be fully monitored and shared on a PC, mobile, or tablet as well. So it really helps pull all of your information together in one place and allows you to be proactive about it rather than reactive.
And it's the cloud connectivity there that I found quite interesting, and it does, rather than, I guess, having to be on site and, sticking your funny little key in and doing the testing like that, pretty much from any device that you can attach to the cloud platform, you've got that remote capability there. And that's going to make life a whole lot easier than it might otherwise be.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say in the world of IoT and everything like that at the moment, but especially with COVID-19 and everything, you want to be able to reduce your time on site as much as possible. And say if you have a cloud connected panel, it means then you don't have to send your engineers out to potentially rescue sites or areas. And that way you can actually reduce the overall risk to your team and people on site as well in that respect. So there's lots of ways that it can benefit us, especially nowadays.
And in terms of scaling the solution here, if you want to add more panels, is that relatively straightforward? You can just kind of network them together?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the beauty of it. Because we're based on a fire panel technology, you can actually locally network up to 200 panels together like you would if it was, say, in a normal advanced fire panel, using network cards and pre-wiring everything. But you don't have to do that. You can actually save yourself expensive cable runs between panels. And as long as you can connect the LuxIntelligent lighting panel to the local area network, you do that with those serial to Moxa modems that we talked about before, you don't need the extra cables. You can basically network an unlimited number of panels. So instead of being restricted to 200, you can actually pretty much have an unlimited number, and not just on one site, but if you connect it up to the cloud, it can basically be across the country or countries, and you can monitor everything from there.
Good stuff. For everyone who's watching, we've got loads of people watching. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Please do pop your questions into the Q&A panel. We'll get through as many of those as we can in the next, well, in the time that we have left. In fact, we have got a question that was there and then just disappeared. It will come back in a moment. Got another one here though. Does the system create reports? You know, reporting is obviously very, very important. We need to know what's going on and be able to refer back to it, maybe for audit purposes. And again, I guess with the cloud connectivity, how can you get access to those reports?
Yeah, it's a good question. By using the serial to Moxa local area network modem, you can connect all the panels easily to a single monitoring PC. The logger tool software I mentioned earlier can then interrogate any panel connected to the local area network, meaning you get all of your test results, proof of compliance, and fault data from a single location. So you don't have to wander around to each individual panel, because we know these can be buried in like the deepest, darkest basements and everything else, large complexes over different areas. As long as it's all connected to the same local area network, you can get access to all of your information and all of the reports that go with that. And then if you want to view it on almost any device, so not just your single PC on site, but anywhere in the world, that's when you upgrading to the Lux Cloud really pays off. Because then you can view and share and download your lighting data from, well, any laptop or mobile that has a web browser.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the other half of the product range that you spoke about on the video as well. That was LuxIntelligent we were just talking to there. Tell me a bit more about EasySafe.
Yeah, it obviously it's our newest range of ultra low voltage devices. So they run at 32 volts DC. This means it falls well below the high voltage directive, which means that any unqualified person is able to safely handle them and install them and maintain them. So it means you don't have to have a qualified electrician to basically change the devices in and out, because they simply twist and click onto a base and the voltage is such that it's safe for anyone to handle. And what I really like to put an emphasis on is that it can be used in a hybrid between our standard self-contained emergency luminaires that run on 230 volt and obviously our ultra low voltage range at 32 volts DC as well. It uses the same data cable, and you can mix and match them in different scenarios. So for example, needing a large outside twin spot emergency floodlight, which is very power hungry, should be mains powered. We usually have this monitored on the same system without needing to run a dedicated loop to just that one device. You can have that on with the rest of your EasySafe devices. And now another example that I always like to use is that an architect has specified a unique style of fitting that a typical emergency luminaire is not suitable for. For example, in the past, we've even converted a chandelier to be an emergency luminaire, but without, you can still mix and match the now fully monitored emergency chandelier luminaire along with all your standard or ultra low voltage lighting in the same loop and the same panel. It doesn't have to have specialized equipment or anything like that.
Good stuff. Couple of questions coming in here. I'm just going to lump them together actually. Is there a charge? So going back to LuxIntelligent, I think, is there a charge for the cloud monitoring and reports? And then, yeah, is there a monthly cost to the system when utilizing the cloud?
So typically with just the local logger tool software, it's not a charge. It's a piece of free software that we provide, because obviously it gives you all of your essential data. But if you then want to access all of that information and the benefits that come with the Lux Cloud, there is an annual service charge that we provide. It's based on your site size and your specific circumstances. So the best way is always to basically get in contact with us, and we'll be able to arrange a solution for you essentially.
Another question here. Why do you think so many businesses fail to keep their safety systems up to date after refurbishments?
A great question. It's a tricky one because, for example, if you have a factory layout that has its equipment there and everything like that, and then you spend a lot of time moving around the equipment and, you know, basically making that manufacturing process sleeker or moving around for whatever reason, it's often not thought about that the layout of the lights in the ceiling also need to change with the layout of the floor. So in essence, a lot of people do feel that emergency lighting is fit and forget. Once it's done, you've ticked your box, and then that means you're legally compliant. But it's often in the back of the mind whether you need to keep that up to date. But I think, as I mentioned earlier as well in the presentation, that the health and safety executive is not taking any prisoners in terms of it must be up to date. They, as I said, they do not want to wait for people to react after an event has happened. It has to be more proactive. So I think raising some more awareness around actually people making sure that they do keep on top of things is very important, and that's why I included it in the presentation earlier.
Under what circumstances would you mix high voltage and low voltage lights?
As I said before, a great example is if you need high voltage external lighting. So if you can be outside and have if you've got basically one or two requirements there that, you know, don't actually fit inside the EasySafe range. So if you wanted your outside twin spots, or for example, if you have existing lights as well that you have on site that you want to change into an intelligent system. If you already have self-contained units, you don't have to necessarily get rid of them. All you have to do is just run the data loop to those lights, add one of our PLUs, and then, you know, now the rest of your luminaires on the system as well. So it basically helps you for retrofit, it helps you for more unique scenarios where the low voltage range doesn't fit the bill.
Good stuff. Last chance for questions. Please do pop them in. Oh no, hang on a minute. Here's one. I don't understand this question, but I'm going to ask it to you and hope that you can make sense of it. Thank you very much, Mr. Smith, is all I got for that. Is there an NBS specification for the products, and are they available as a model to insert into a Revit model?
That's quite a specific question, I'll have to look at some of the details afterwards. But what I will say is we do have all of the LumiDAT or ICS files for the lighting output of all the devices. So in that respect, we can provide all the sort of the luminaire specifications. But I'll go away and look at some of that information as well, so I'll follow up on that.
Thank you very much for your question. We will get back to you, Matt, or someone from the advanced team will get back to you with a response to that. But thank you very much indeed. And before we wrap up, where can people buy this from? How do they get hold of you and engage with you to spec up one of these systems?
That's a good question. I'd say to best direct any inquiries, I'd always recommend getting in touch with Advanced directly, so we can basically discuss your specific requirements or questions. We can provide advice and guidance on what you might need and either support you directly or more often than not recommend a number of great regional or local advanced partners who can supply our systems as well. So first port of call, get in touch with us, get in touch with me, and then we'll get you the support needed to move forward.
Super duper. Listen, Sean, Matt, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on FIREX Tech Talks. We are out of time for now, but yes, lots of ways for you to find out more and get in touch with the team from Advanced if LuxIntelligent or EasySafe fit your bill. We'll be back with more FIREX Tech Talks. Just go back to the front page and you'll find our next session starting any moment now. But for now, bye for now.
Thank you very much.